21 Savage warned Drake to not battle Kendrick. What up, word your boy Charles Brown back again, talking facts. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe, hit that notification bell. Keep sending those Cashapp to CLBMG. Join the membership gang. Are you buying that merch down below? Listen, there's a lot going on, gang. There's so much going on in this clip, man. I don't even know what to tell you, bro. Listen, 21 went on the Big Facts Networks. Perspektives with Bank. Salute the Bank. Got another banger. Got another video in the bank that's making a lot of waves, making a lot of noise. I want to have a conversation about this because I think it's important if we're going to talk about the culture of rapping, right? And this was a big deal with the Metro booming, Future, Drake, Kendrick, Like That Record, J. Cole, all that stuff that spun off and what have you, this, that, and the third. I think we do need to have this conversation. I think 21 really the only one that came on and really spoke on this since this happened. I don't know nobody else that went into really any detail that really matters in this situation, that has insider knowledge about it. So I want to hear what 21 has to say.
I tried to get them together long before all this shit happened.
What happened?
You know, some niggas just Metro felt how he felt. Metro felt a certain type of way about something. Drake told me and Metro that he understood where he was wrong and he apologized multiple times. But I feel like Metro just felt how he felt. But I feel like now Metro is kind of more open-minded. I feel like he I don't know, I feel like Metro been through a lot. So, you know, like, I feel like sometimes the shit just don't be the right time. But I feel like in the future, the near future, we'll see them work together again.
Do you think the damage is...
You just heard him say that it was a personal issue. Your boy Drizzy allegedly apologized over and over, and your man Metro didn't accept it. Came out and made a record, and this is what it is. So apparently, they all knew what this thing was going on. They still went and got K-Dot and did that record anyway. It sounds like it's out of the system now because Metro Tune been all over the place in the last 2-3 months, gang. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he ready to make up. I don't know what's going on. Let me continue.
Done. Do you think Drake took a hit?
Do I think he took a hit?
Yeah.
Nah. He's still the #1 stream nigga.
See, right here, gang, what we have is a dude that really is out of touch with what's going on in the real world. We got to understand where a lot of people are being protective. A lot of people are running cover. If you don't think that Drake took a hit, you must live in, I don't know, Mars, the auditorium of Mars High School where nobody goes because they closed it up. I don't know what's going on if you don't know that this guy took a mean hit, right? Now, if you have been paying attention for a few months to this channel, I'll tell you exactly why he's still one of the biggest and most streamed artists in the world. It's nostalgia bombing for one. For two, UMG took the gloves off and started to promote him heavy because they had a vested interest in him doing well since he was suing them for defamation, saying that they let Kendrick Lamar defame him and it hurt his finances, it hurt him economically. So they were like, you know what, we're not going to sit here and go to court for defamation and you tell us that by us letting him do this record, it hurt you financially. Well, we're going to make sure that you look like you are doing very well. So he's all the brakes are off, all of the stops have been stopped, and everything is on 100% go. So they have been making sure, they have been working overtime to make sure his streams go up to the roof and back. Now the new stuff, they're having a little trouble getting at the pop, but the old stuff is doing very well because the guy been in the business over 15 years. He has a fan base that is very strong. People remember all that old stuff. They were like 13, 14 coming up in the world, and that stuff holds a lot of nostalgia for them. So yes, they're going to go back and play it. And a lot of those records are still right now in the clubs. They will still pop. They will still bump. It is what it is. You can't take that from them. But at the end of the day, overall, outside of that streaming, it's been a rough, rocky road, gang. And that streaming, even for a while, there was about 6-7 months where that streaming wasn't popping either. So let's just be honest. It ain't that simple where he didn't take no hit. He's still the #1 stream in the world. Well, his reputation as a rapper took a mean hit. This guy really don't, outside of the streaming, I wish he would have asked him, well, what else he got going on? Because he lost in every single other category. And even for a while there, Kendrick was beating him in the streaming too. So let's not get too cocky. Okay, 21, let's not act like we forgot what's going on. Okay, he had a rebound for the old music, nothing new. right? Even the joint they just dropped him and this guy just dropped the song right now, and it's getting a little bit of people are not too excited about it. Let's just be honest. Some people calling it the worst song this guy ever made. So we're not gonna do that and make it like everything is hunky dory and this guy just floating on air. But let me continue.
This year,
yeah,
I feel like he took an internet hit.
Mm-hmm.
But then it'd be like, damn, did you take an internet hit? Because streaming, you got to go on the internet to stream. Well, and I'm still the #1 nigga streaming.
What's happening?
Yeah.
I feel like to certain people, they might say he took a hit, but I don't look at that shit like that.
So, he took a hit, but only on the internet, but you got to go on the internet to stream, and only certain people. Bro, he took a hit. These guys are all day, all night, 24 hours a day trying to repair the damage, gang. It's like an asteroid hit this dude's house. And they've been trying every day to tell you it's not an asteroid, and it missed his house, and he's fine. He's not fine. He ain't okay. Everything ain't hunky-dory, gang. I'm just going to be honest. So this is a guy trying to pretend to be in a bubble, but he haven't said nothing in this last year. He commented once, maybe. A lot of guys are getting emboldened in the comment now because the smoke is cleared and it looked like this guy is doing well again. But for a while there, nobody was coming to this guy rescue. For a while, no one was saying nothing good about him. They were scared to open their mouth. Let's just be honest. Right now, what is it? December 2025? It's about to be 2026. Well, everybody's tongue is wagging now. Everybody got something to say, right? But they were for a while, you couldn't get a guy to make a peep out of nothing. So let's be clear. It ain't nothing was the same, gang. Let's just be honest. Let me continue.
I don't know. I told that nigga not to even do all that shit anyway. I told that nigga leave that shit alone. But goddamn, he felt like he was being challenged lyrically, so he wanted to respond. And people chose who they. You know what I told Drake? He called me one of them days. I called him. I think this was after the first song, the song with Metro them. And I said, goddamn. I said, you finna go into a battle that you can't win. Like that.
So with the topic of he can't win, when you first think it at first face value, you're like, he can't win because if he damned if he do, if he damned if he don't. He can't win because if he wins, he's the bad guy. And if he loses, he's the sucker. He's the chump that can't win. It's a no-win situation. But that only happens if the guy he's battling is a chump. Right? If he beat the chump, then he looks like the bad guy. If he lose to the chump, then he's now the chump. Kendrick was never no chump. Kendrick was always on his level lyrically and otherwise. He was doing numbers right with him. He was right there with the tour numbers and everything else, right? Okay, this guy has 3 times as much music in his catalog as Kendrick. So yes, he was going to have a lot more streaming numbers, but Kendrick was right there, and it was 1 and 2. So it wasn't like this guy was going to be facing some chump. He was beating up on the slow kid in the school. It wasn't nothing shit like that. This guy was like, listen, everybody else out there, this guy was with Clubber Lane, gang. He was Rocky. He was real comfortable in his house with his robot and his maid and this, that, and the third. He had Paul. He had his wife. Everything was going good. Rocky, was it Rocky 3 or Rocky 2? Whichever Rocky it was, Rocky was doing real good. And then Clubber Lane came, right? And started a whole lot of mess. That was Kendrick. So at the end of the day, it wasn't going to look like, oh, if you win, you what? It wasn't going to happen. Let's imagine if he did win. You know how this dude would have been walking? You know, he would have had a trophy as big as the goddamn Eiffel Tower created. This guy would have been celebrating that shit, so no, it would have been real good had he won that. This was a 10-year Cold War, so 21. We're not going to act like had he won, it would have been bad for you. No, that's if the guy's a chump. The guy wasn't no chump. The guy was his equal and in many ways his superior. So no, if he would have won this, he would have damn sure celebrated this shit for 2 years straight. He would have went on that Super Bowl and did that record just like K-Dot did. He would have ate what he killed. Like I say all the time, K-Dot ate what he killed. Drake would have definitely ate what he killed. So let's not rewrite history and make it like he's some type of, oh, well, shit, if you do it, if you don't do it, either way, you look at some bullshit. Come on. The only risk he had was if he lost, he didn't have no risk of winning. Come on, it don't even make no sense. Let me keep it pushing.
There's no way you can win.
What's your name?
When you, no matter what, bro, certain situations, even if you win, you still don't win. Like, the what he would have got if people would have quote unquote say he won, because I don't really look at like who won or who lost. If nigga I'm still being screened the most, like.
See, this is what I'm talking about. This is why dudes don't have no culture. He doesn't understand the culture. He thinks if I get more streams than you, that I won. I'm Justin Bieber, so I get more streams than I won. You lost. Whoever insert game. What's the guy over there from freaking Canada? I won. You lost. That's it. Right? If I can make more streams than you, nothing else matters. That's not how hip hop works. 21 don't know that. This is why we got a culture deficiency right now. This is why we got people that's out in front of the culture that don't need to speak for the culture. No, you didn't win because you got more streams, right? I say it all the time. MC Hammer got a lot more streams than a lot of people, but guess what? He ain't winning the rapping awards. Okay, let me keep this pushing.
So, but people say like, oh, Kendrick won. Kendrick a good ass rapper though. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And some of his songs was hard. Yeah. But goddamn, Drake, I like Drake songs too. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? But I feel like the only difference is when you're at the top, when you the number one nigga, where does winning put you? Yeah. You can't go like number 1.1. So how?
Right, and you know what? He has a point. When you are the number one guy, where can winning get you? Well, guess what? It keeps you in that spot. Is he the number one guy anymore? No, we're not talking about streams, my guy. Right? We're not talking about streams. Go ask people about the rapping. Fuck the streaming. Go ask people, is he the number one rapper? Anybody with half a brain will have to say, no, he ain't the number one rapper because he got his ass beat by the number one rapper. So we're not talking about, are you the number one streamer? Okay, if that's the case, there's a lot of motherfuckers that's making a lot of streams that don't rap at all. They number one at what the fuck at streaming. What we talk? Are we talking about streaming or are we talking about rapping? Right? What we talking about? Are we talking about who the highest streamer? They'll make a lot of streams, gang. Like, what we talking about 21? Because it ain't making no sense. Right? It ain't making no sense. At the end of the day, if you're going to rap, streams don't equate to number one rapper. Okay? Streams can be faked. Streams can be botted. That's all y'all was screaming all last year, talking about all K-bots. Everything's botted. So this is how it goes. Everything Kendrick get is botted, right? Everything Drake get is organic because he's number one. We got to throw the streams out. We're not talking about that. We're talking about rapping. Is he the number one rapper, yes or no? You got to say no because he lost. So what we talking about? But according to 21, with this logic, yeah, he's number one, right? Now, if you're at the top of the totem pole, you honestly... You don't gotta fight. You don't have nothing to prove. But guess what? When people start challenging you for number one and you stop and you don't respond, at some point you're not number one because you're scared to respond. Drake knows that. He played the game because his ego wouldn't let him walk away. Right? Every metric says don't fight. But guess what? Hip hop is a competitive sport. You only in hip hop if you fight. And this dude studies rap battles for a living. He knows that he got to fight. He shouldn't afford them, but he did. Because you know why he shouldn't afford him? Because he was going to lose. You know the movie fucking Avengers, right? Endgame? Doctor Strange, he went through millions and millions of different scenarios to try to find one. Well, it's almost no scenario where Drake would have won this. That's what the problem is. So he could sit there and do the Doctor Strange and do a million different scenarios. All of them going to come back with him losing. Right? Except for the one where he gives the fuck all the rings to Thanos, right? End of the day, snapping his ass out of here either way. So so what we're saying is there was no scenario, there was no real chance for him to win, but he thought he could win because his ego told him, I can beat him. Let me continue.
How the fuck could you win anyway? That's what I told him. Like how can you win?
It's ego involved though. Niggas ain't
it's definitely ego.
And why do you keep saying how could you win? If he fucking wins, he wins, gang. Like you're begging like he's coming in at a handicap. If he wins, he wins. If he would have taught Kendrick like he tried, right? Remember he came out with the fucking push-ups. Then he came out with the fucking what's this shit with the fucking Tupac voice and this that and third Taylor Made. He came out swinging. He wanted to win. Now imagine had he won with that shit. Why is he acting like this guy couldn't have won under no circumstance? It ain't adding up, gang. If they do a rap battle and Drake somehow writes some bars and he fucking gets them, then he wins. So it ain't no, well, you can't win, da-da-da. No, we're not buying it. We're not jacking it. Let me keep this moving.
Yo, and it's just some niggas just love, Drake really love this shit. Like, Kendrick really love to rap. I don't really give a fuck about rapping like that. Like, I do, but...
No, you don't.
I don't at the same time. Not to that point where I got down. I want.
This is the guy that has something slick to say about Nas. This is the guy that don't really care. He just backpack rappers. This guy is 100% in it for the bag, and that's what it is. And we identified him as such. We don't take him serious when it comes to this rap because he doesn't care about it. It's one of these infiltrators that got in the game because they can make money. We've been seeing these motherfuckers since the 80s. A guy will jump in the game because it can make money. And that's it. They make some good records. They know how to, they can finagle the system. Some guys are just smart, gang. Some guys can just figure out, oh, that's your cadence, that's how you flow. Oh, this is what people like to hear. Bet, put it all together. It's like AI. They can figure it out, write that over and over, the same shit over and over. I'm just gonna be really over and fucking over. The same fucking shit over and over. And some people got low vibrational expectations from hip hop and they wanna hear the low vibrational shit over and over. So he doesn't have to challenge himself. He don't have to be different, better, smarter, adjust to the craft, because he don't give a fuck about the craft. He's here to get streaming numbers and make money. So that's not a guy that cares about the craft. So he would say, you can't win. It's a no-win situation for him. Don't battle, right? It don't make no sense to battle. A dude that makes a lot of money at rapping, at being just a street thug rapper, they don't even understand they rather shoot you than rap. He told you that. He can't even understand. He can't process two people that get in front of each other and let them talk shit about each other. He can't process a battle in and of itself. He has no idea or concept of it. Okay? So we're talking to a guy that don't understand the craft either way, don't care, don't want to care. And he's telling Drake not to battle. Of course, he gonna say don't battle.
I wanna just, like, a nigga dissing me ain't gonna inspire me to make no song.
Right.
I'm gonna do something else to your ass.
Right.
But some niggas, that shit, like, it do something to them. Like, well, nigga think, who you think ooh.
Cause you're not a rapper.
I don't know, bro. I feel like the internet just be ready to tear niggas down, man. Cause I be even seeing that shit about me. And I be seeing that shit about Baby. And I be like, bro, on my mama, bro, I really feel like Baby shit he been dropping hard as a motherfucker.
It is.
Like, what the fuck are y'all talking about?
They just want to, they tired of flexing.
They want to tell the top niggas down.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
So
they come with it.
How can you win a battle when niggas want you to lose it? Even if you win, you lose.
So he's talking like these guys have no reason to stop wanting to hear the shit. Let me explain to you, in case he don't know why people are fed up with Baby. There's no disrespect to Baby, no disrespect to nobody, but I'm just going to tell you what it is. They tired of the shit. It's repetitive. It has no value. Kendrick has changed the whole situation. 2 years ago, sure, bring out that shit on repeat, the repetitive shit, whatever y'all talking about over and over and over, sticks and lean and strippers and money and whatever car you drive, same shit on repeat, same beat. Yeah, great. Now, that battle, believe it or not, it opened up the nose to a lot of people who didn't really know who Kendrick was. Let's just be honest. It's a lot of people who knew what Kendrick was, but it's been a bunch of those Drake fans who didn't know who Kendrick was, didn't care, didn't listen. They started listening. A bunch of those fans of Lil Baby and all these other people you want to name, and 21, it's hard to move these units now. It ain't the same gang. It's nothing is the same gang, because now they heard a real spitter with some compassion and some passion, some empathy. He loves the craft and he's still hard. So at the end of the day, they're like, yo, I can get all that and then get some stuff that I can relate to. But guess what? A lot of people can relate to niggas going to therapy, okay? A lot of people can relate to someone saying, yo, I love my mom, I'm flawed, my dad did this and that, I have a cousin that did this and that. Yo, it's a lot of things that people can relate to. People gravitate to people's opening themselves up, they being painful, and they're being real. People relate to that. Not real because I'll carry a stick, I'll hit you. This dude is making more creative ways to tell you how he'll shoot you in your back or your head or your face. That's about as creative as 21 Savage is going to get. So guess what? They're not trying to tear you down. They're tired of hearing the shit, and they're not going to keep lifting you up. That's the problem. You want to be lifted up for doing the same old repetitive, mediocre bullshit, and people are not going to keep listening to that shit no more. It's a lot of artists out here that they're going to listen to country right now, gang. They back on Taylor Swift and everybody else. Right? So there's a lot of shit going. They watching Wicked. They doing other shit. They don't got to listen to this repetitive ass drill shit or this goofy ass hardcore shit y'all keep talking about over and over and over with no substance. It's like y'all motherfuckers is machines, robots that don't do shit but kill people all day. People get tired of that. It's repetitive, redundant, and nobody wants to hear that all the time. And no, they're not trying to tear you down. They're just not gonna keep lifting you up.
Yeah.
No matter what, even if Kendrick never responded, man, if Drake just dropped songs and got down, Kendrick never responded or nothing, he still don't win because his position didn't change. He was already the top nigga.
Yeah, but that shit sound different when them folk got down playing your shit at the Super Bowl. But this song, that shit hit different.
Yes.
Huh?
I guess.
That shit hit different. Like, hey, you know, numbers don't lie. But
that's what he's not figuring, man. Kendrick numbers is through the roof. This was the biggest record in history, gang. This record is all over the world, billions. This guy is on a world tour doing places that this guy has never performed. He went to Australia after Drake canceled 4 shows in Australia. Kendrick went there, did stadiums. This guy's doing something that has never been done all off the battle you said he shouldn't have got into. He's doing numbers. I guarantee you can combine, write this down, you could combine Lil Baby, you could combine 21 Savage, you could combine this Iceman shit that's coming out, you could throw in 5 other niggas, fucking put 10 of these Atlanta niggas, wherever they from, all over the country, throw the Canadian niggas in there, all that shit, throw all them niggas in there. I guarantee you, Kendrick next album gonna outsell all that shit combined. All right, so this is what we talking about, that shit is out. Right? What was it that your boy Young Thug did? What he do? I don't think he did barely 50K, some shit like that. 70 at best. I don't know what he did, but it wasn't enough, right? So end of the day, the shit has changed. All that shit y'all was doing is not popping no more. A lot of these guys scared to drop because they know it ain't going nowhere. The game is changing. They don't want to really rap. You saw Designer change the shit up. Now he rapping, right? These guys don't really want to rap. They want to coast and do some shit that's kind of real easy. You heard Young Thug album, that shit seemed very easy. It seemed like it wasn't put a whole lot of thought into it. You saw what Lil Wayne just dropped some fucking, listen, they not doing well. They not doing good music right now, gang. I'm just going to be honest. A lot of the stuff that people, they need to regroup because it's better music that's coming out and they're not ready to adjust to it. They've been getting over on some bullshit for a while now. End of the day, it wasn't a battle that he couldn't win. It's a battle that he shouldn't have started in the first place. He got that part right. He shouldn't have battled him because he was ill-equipped. He don't take this shit serious enough. He's not willing to go as far as it would take to actually win that battle. He think battles come in 1-2 rounds and then it's done. It don't work like that. You saw what happened by the time Hard Part 6 come. He was exhausted, ready to go. He was like, all right, man, you doing too much. I'm checking out. And that shit was all like in the span of a couple days. And he was exhausted. So no, Drake was not built for this battle. He should have never got in it. He didn't understand this shit. Kendrick would have won a year battling you. He don't give a fuck. You do. You care about them numbers, them brand deals, this, that, and the third. He don't. Right? And they still had him at the Super Bowl, right? Which is the biggest brand of all. And then you talking about you turned it down three times. Guess what the Super Bowl said? We've never offered Drake, formally or informally, to perform the Super Bowl. Man, listen, I'm out of here. The victor go the spoils. 21, listen, he don't understand it, but he think he got a base level knowledge of it, and he's right. He shouldn't have battled, but not for the reasons that you said, because Drake wanted to win. He thought he was going to win. That's why he battled. Yes, he was at the quote unquote top, right? If you think streaming is the top, if the rapper that streamed the most is the top, and let's be honest, some of them numbers was getting wonky anyway, so he wasn't even at the top like you trying to say. He hadn't had a fucking number 1 in a couple years, so let's just be honest. Let's stop all the nonsense, okay? He was on a downward slide at that, and got a lot of accusations about a lot of streams and bots that they going to court for. They taking them to court now, talking about 1.37 billion or some 37 billion streams that he supposedly fabricated or whatever. Listen, it ain't that simple, 21, that he just was on top because of streaming numbers. All that shit is in question right now. I'm going to leave it at that, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. Also, every Wednesday night, we go live on The One Show, me, TJ, and Fliz. All right, tap in. And we got a new video called This, That, me, TJ, and Fliz. It's called This, That, and it's off the Web Project. It's on all streaming services, streaming platforms. Head on over, watch that video on my channel, then go over to whatever streaming service provider you rock with, all right? And tap in, run the numbers up, all right? I'm out of here, man. I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my code. Get my sheepskin. Grab my wallet. Get my pocket knife. And get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within, with the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin, with the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end, and then secured a spot with some goons and some kin, and then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking, and all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like past fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face, and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.